In 2007, so let me change. Sanjay code, I think, 1 minute. Sanjay, let's take pen. Sanjay, let's take pen 1 minute. Two 2011, actually last one, 2011, Melbourne code. The next one, I think 2017, ICBN, held in China, Shenzhen. ICBN held Sanjay, I think, right? Sanjay, noted it 2017. This is the last one. So 2011 changes ICN. After 6 years, 2017. Actually, before 2011, it was called as the International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. This edition, the code embodies the decision of the nomenclature section of the 19th International Botanical Congress, which is took place in Shenzhen, 19th one. Shenzhen, China. Add it. July 2017. July 2017. Now the Vienna Code based decision 17th IBC Vienna was preceded by the Louis Code. This is the history. Before Vienna, Louis Code, Tokyo Code. So they are the codes previous, but no need to write an examination, but remember it. So ICN can only change it by International Botanical Congress IBC with International Association Plant Taxonomy, providing support infrastructure. Each now this is also no need. Just remember one thing. Now the ICBN changes ICN. What is binomial nomenclature? Nomenclature clear, I think. Nomenclature giving name, botanical nomenclature, the giving the name to the plants. Already we discussed why the plant names given in scientific manner. So the scientific name should be in Latin. That is worldwide accepted. And how the plant name in how many words. The mostly the plants in 2 words. Binomial nomenclature. Linnaeus, the first scientist Linnaeus who proposed this system. Linnaeus proposed that every living organism should have the binomial. Actually, before the Linnaeus, Gaspard Bahin, the term first used Gaspard Bahin. After that, Linnaeus, name with 2 epithet. The first is generic name. The second one is species name. And followed by the author name. The Linnaeus proposed the same rules and generic names of plants. Fundamenta Botanica. In this is the first word is genus name. Second one is species name. and this is the year. And Critanica botanica. Sorry. So in his books, generic names proposed in his books in Fundamenta Botanica, sorry, Fundamenta Botanica and Critica Botanica. APD Condol for the first time proposed the rules of nomenclature. Nomenclature rules first proposed by APD Condol, which was passed by International Botanical Congress at Paris. So now generic name epithet, then how the generic name? Generic name start with should be capital letter. Generic name should be in capital, start with capital letter. Person adjectives, it is shown in color. That means the generic name may be based on color, name in honor, person, the adjective. Example, Nicotiana. Nicotiana, genus, named after G. Nicote. G. Nicote, scientist, French scientist. That's why the based on their name, his name, Nicotiana. So he's a scholar and introduced tobacco to France. So species is an adjective. Genus may be adjective, may be color, may be person. Here the given the name Nicotiana is the genus name. Species same for adjective. Example color, white color adjective. So the name alba means in Latin word alba means white. Rubra means red. Green viridis. Black color nigrum. For cultivated one sativa. Cultivated one sativa. For example, the best one is Varaiza sativa. Varaiza sativa. Varaiza is the scientist name. Should be in capital. Capital Varaiza. This Varaiza maybe scientist name Varaiza, and sativa is the species name that is cultivated. Varaiza sativa cultivated. That's why the given sativa. And another one is Rubra alba, uh, Morus alba. 1 minute. The name of the scientific plant alba. For example, Morus alba. Morus alba. These plants have the white flower. The white flower present, that should be called alba. So black color flowers called nigrum. So they are all the important characters of this generic and species name. And apart from that, right, the cultivated set of edible esculenta, the names are not used always, and species may be pronoun. Americana, Indica, Bengalensis, etc. It may characterize shape of the leaf care, whatever it may be, any character, any color, we can give the species name, right? Claims no need. Principles. So let's see the principles of the ICBN. Before principle, just wait. Paris code actually given here. So Berlin code, whatever it may be, the all codes are almost same. Small changes. Uh, so first of all, principles. In first preface, principles. The six principles that guide in contact, correct naming the tags are concerned in the International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. First, straightforward principle. First of all, the principle one, botanical nomenclature is independent of zoological nomenclature. That means zoological nomenclature different, botany nomenclature different. They are all not common. Of course, the rules, some rules and regulation common. That means in zoology also, zoological name, animal names also binomial, genus first word, species second word, and the entire Latin word should be in italic, underline, followed by author name. They are all common character, but the zoology separate and botany separate. The code applies the equal names of taxonomic groups treated plants whether they are not in these groups are originally so treated. If an organism is considered to be a plant, then must be named accordance with botanical code. If it is considered animal bacterium, it must be named zoological code or bacteriological code. That is different. The principle two, type principle. I will clearly explain the type principle or typification. This is very important for short answer also. Typification. But let me give brief introduction. The application names taxonomy groups is determined by means of nomenclature types. What are the nomenclature types here? Holotypes, isotype, paratype, neotype, different type of there. I will explain clearly in second principle, typification. This is very, very important, typification. Uh, I will explain later. Remember this second principle. And third one, principles of priority. Third one, principles of priority. What is principles of priority? Uh, this here, principles of priority in your group given or not? Right. In third one principle, the nomenclature of taxonomy group is based on priority of publication. The principle states the taxonomic group has been given two or more names. What if one taxonomic group, one taxonomic name with more than two names, two taxa? In that situation, the correct name is the first name, which is published with ICBN standard. So there are two different taxa, but in this we considered the first one, which is the first published. We have to take that one only. Just wait. Right. For example, here some of the example principles of priority. The principles of priority is concerned with the selection of single correct name for a taxonomy group. After identifying legitimate and illegitimate name and rejected the latter, the correct name has to be selected from among the legitimate one. If more than one legitimate names are available for a taxon, the correct name is the earlier legitimate name in the same rank. For example, here there are three commonly known binomial for the same species, Nymphia or Nymphia nocholi. Here, for example, same name. For example, Nymphia naucholi first. Nymphia actioloba. Nymphia stellata. Three different names for the one plant. What we do? In this first one published in 1678, it is 1768. Second one 1824. Third one 1799. So in this the first one acceptable. The first name acceptable using the priority of citation. So in this the Nymphia naucholi Burn F, the scientist name Burn, is selected as the correct name as it bears the earliest date of publication. Now the other three names are regarded as synonyms. Other three names are synonyms. These three, sorry, other than another two synonyms of the first one. That's it. The citation written as Nymphia, the same citation now it is written as if for example the one plant, three different names. In this situation, you should write Nymphia noun Charlie, scientist Burn, Alder told you scientific name, followed by scientist name F, followed year 1768, continuation N, Malabarica, complete citation, scientist where 1798, next N, Stellata, Wild, 1799, Wild scientist. So this is the complete authentication. The common apple was first discovered by Linnaeus under the name Pyrus malus. Another example. Another example. The common apple was first discovered by Linnaeus under the name Pyrus malus in 1753. The species was subsequently transferred to genus Malus and it converted into Malus malus. But the combination of Malus malus, Brit scientist, cannot be taken the correct name since it is becomes as a tautonym. I will tell you later what is tautonym. The other binomial under the Malus available for apple is Malus domestica. Later it is converted into domestica when it is rejected the tautonym Malus malus. 1803 which is accepted as correct name. 1803 as corrected name of citation, right? This is the correct citation. So let's see some of the limitation, the principles of priority. The rules of priority, however, has a certain limitations. It cannot be applied to all the names. It cannot be applied to all names published. Instead, valid publication of names of different groups only. In case of spermatophyte and pteridophyta, it is a 1st May 1753, the date of publication of Linnaeus species plantarum. For other groups of plants, various other dates are prescribed. Example, mosses. It is 1st January 1801, published. And fungi, 31st December 1801. Algae, 1st May 1753. So these are the some of the limitations. Let's see principles of uniqueness. Another rule, principles of uniqueness. Each taxonomic group with particular circumscriptions, position and rank can be only one correct name. The earliest that is accordance with the rules except specified cases. The uniqueness principle states that there is only one correct name for particular taxonomic group within given taxonomic treatment. For example, if you follow the first division, like subdivision, series, order, you should follow the same taxonomic position to each and every taxonomic plant, but not separated. This is unique to all. And as it should be in principle, fifth principle, scientific name taxonomic groups are treated as Latin. Already told you, Latin language only. And here given rules of recommendations, some important rules and all the plants which give belongs one genus must be designed by the source of generic name. Rules and regulation is not one. These rules no need. Right. Let's see the typification method. Right. Botanic nomenclature, which are already completed. Codes of nomenclature, ICBN. How it is changed, some differences between codes, comparison scientific name. Taxonomy hierarchy, principles nomenclature, principles botanical nomenclature, transfer the ranks, where the typification important one is conservation names. Types and nomenclature type, nomenclature. Right. Types and nomenclature. The names of tags of rank, priority of family and below are based nomenclature type, which is permanently fixes names to an actual physical sims. So nomenclature type typos is element to which the name taxon is permanently attached, whether as a correct name or a synonym. Let's see some of the types of nomenclatures. Holotype, isotype, syntype, lectotype, paratype, neotype. So this is important for short answer. First, let's see the first, what is holotype? Holotype means the text marker. Is the specimen illustrated used by the author, designated by him as a nomenclature type. For example, this is the field, the number of books, plants are there. In this plant, the author, scientist, selected the one plant as a nomenclature type. This is the original. Based on the a plant, he recognized the remaining similar type of plants in this field. That is called holotype. That is called holotype. The original plant which is designated, described by the author, that is called holotype. This first one, let's write this first. Second, isotype, any duplicate of the holotype, any duplicate of the holotype, it always a specimen, always a specimen. So in this field, this is the holotype, remaining all, the remaining all, the same similarity species, these are duplicate to the first one. For example, this is the A, this total all B. B is duplicate to A. Now this is called isotope, isotype, isotype. Next, lectotype is a specimen or illustration selected from the original material to serve as nomenclature type when no holotype was indicated at the time of publication or missing. For example, one plant selected from the original material, selected from the original material to serve as a nomenclature type. One of the nomenclature types selected. When there is no recognition of any holotype, actually in this plant, no original plants recognized, then one plant for taxonomic identification selected by author. So that plant called as lectotype. Here, in especially lectotype, a specimen or any other element selected from the original material cited by the author when no holotype was originally selected or no longer exists, or even if it is present or missing. This lectotype is selected from the syntype. This lectotype actually is selected from the syntype. Let's see what is the syntype. Any one of two one of two or more specimens cited by author. Syntype, right? First one clear actually. This is first one. Second one. Any one or two, sorry. One or two, one of two more specimens cited by author when no holotype was designated, or any one of two more specimens simultaneously designated as type. In lectotype, bottom lectotype specimen illustrated from the original material to serve as a nomenclature type. But in this, there is no holotype. There is no holotype. That is a different plant. In syntype means one of two. These are all similar plants. There is no holotype. There is no holotype. If there is no holotype, only one plant has a taxonomic studies, that is called lectotype. That is called lectotype. Syntype, any one of two in this group. Any one of two or more. These two or more in this group, whole group. You can select it as a specimen copy to other description. This is called syntype. This is called syntype. Holotype means that is the original plant that is designated by plant. That only one. The same similar type that is called isotypes. If there is no holotype, no isotype, the originally designated the plant that is called lectotype. Only one taken that is lectotype. The similar more than two that is called syntype. Take more than two that is called syntype. And paratype and neotype. Paratype, specimen, described protolog that is neither the holotype, isotype, nor one of the syntypes. If two more specimens were simultaneously designated as a types. Paratype is specimen is cited in the protolog that is neither the holotype nor an isotype. Syntype, that is paratype. The simple paratypes, for example, this is the field. In this field, the author one selected as a holotype, remaining isotype. Or if there is in this field, there is no holotype, it is considered as a lectotype or more than one syntype. The same, but season different. But mean here the vegetative state selected the plant as a holotype. But the same plant later 6 months, what happened? It produced the flowers and fruits. Now automatically character change. Now this is called as paratype. Now this the same name plant, actually first described as a holotype when there is no flowers and fruits. The same plant after few months, they produce the flowers and fruits. Now the author again used as a specimen. Now this is called as a paratype. Now this is called as a paratype. Neotype, a neotype means the all types, any holotype, isotype, paratype, neotype, all are destroyed. All are this locality, all the locality destroyed. Now the author specialized. Now author created newly a specimen selected serve as a nomenclature type as long as all of material on which names of the taxon was based is missing. Based on missing. The specimens or illustration selected when no holotype, isotype, paratype, syntype exist. They are all lost, destroyed. One new type designated by the author. Now that is called neotype. That is called neotype. When a holotype or previously designated lectotype has been lost, destroyed, and can be shown all other original material after taxonomically from the destroyed type, a neotype may be selected to preserve the uses established by the previous typification. Right? So this is typification method, and another important one is in this principles. In these principles, actually, names of taxa. Another one is names of taxa, whether given or not. Let's see. Names of taxa. Problem. Right. Names of taxa. Names of taxa. Here, priority of names of synonyms. How to synonym occur? No need. Let's see. They are not needed 1 minute. These are not. Where principles? Where principles? Right. Sorry. Principal typification. ICBN should be taken names no need. First principle clear. Second typification. Principles of priority and another in principles of priority. Another important one is taxonomic group. Names of taxa. So somewhere given names of taxa, but not here. I think just a bit. It is P. Watch area tissue culture. Nomenclature, right? Oh, right. Rank of taxonomic rank of taxonomic categories. Already told you that ranks of taxa unique in third recommendation, third rule, third principle. The unique means the if you take any taxonomic, start with kingdom, phylum or division, subphylum, class, subclass, and subclass, suborder, order, superfamily, family, subfamily, tribe, subtribe, genus, and species. This is the hierarchy. This should be unique, never change. And here the suffixes also, here the kingdom, always the suffix with Voyanta, phylum or division with phyta, class Phytina, Opsida, subclass Ide, Hine, order Ales, suborder Ine, Hane, E, Anea, Inea. That is the different. The family AC. Here actually in this most important one are here the actually no need to write all. Class is important. Class important in taxonomic identification. Right. After class, order, family, next to genus and species. Genus and species. So class with Opsida, Bryopsida, Pteridopsida, Opsida. Order Ales, Malvales, Coniferales. So order with ales, end with suffix ales. And family AC, Astraceae, Malvaceae, AC. See some of the exception also given in the principles of priority. Some of the exceptions, some family, Fabidae. Example Fabidae. Some exception I will and Fabaceae and also name Fabidae and Gattiferae, Cruciferae. So they are not poe, poe not with AC. So some of the exceptions I will see later. I will explain later. Genus. Already told you how to write genus and species. Both are in italic. Both are in italic. Both are should be in adjective. Both are based on the author names, country names, so on. So these are the ranks of category. And taxonomic hierarchy and some alternative names. Already told you just one, the family end with AC, but some exception. The exceptions are in EPAC, actual new name. The old one Umbelliferae, there is no AC. RKC, AC, but Palme, no AC. Australaceae, new name. Compositae, old name. Brassicaceae, Cruciferae, Clusiaceae, here also AC. Gattiferae, Fabaceae, Leguminaceae, Lamiaceae, Labiate, Poaceae, Gramine, Poaceae here, Poaceae, Gramine or Palme, Gramine, Palme. So these are the some of the exceptions, families. There are 8 family, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 8 families exception. Uh, Hierarchy, botanical nomenclature completed. Now another important one is rejection names. Rejection of names actually which are given in our book. Rank of taxa completed. Rank of taxa ranks and ending affix completed. That is one of the priority. Phonotype, holotype, syntype, neuter, they also typification completed. And rule of priority. Rule of priority of a completed. In rule of priority, the principle third and fourth deal with the principles of priority and corresponding articles 11 to 14. So in the old name, new name, and type of genus also clearly given. The page number 153. So please read the table. Already just now I explained. Next, another principle is uh, right. Another important rejection names. What are the rejection names in plants? Rejection names may be not given here. Transfer between rank, vertical transfer, the between rank, autonym, right? Autonym. Only one autonym names of plant exam. Priority names. Plantarum. How do you this synonym? Okay, right. So rejection names. Let's see. First of all, citation. Another is important. Names of plant cultivations. So citation. Citation of the names already told you. Uh, right. Synonyms. Where we just now we see synonym, autonym, transfer between ranks, lineage alpha, medical alpha. Right. First autonyms. Rejected names. First one autonyms. And automatically created tautonyms. So first of all, we should know what are the tautonyms, whether it is given or not. Tautonyms, priority and synonyms. How do you synonyms occur? Synonyms later. Priority, synonyms and homonyms. Okay. Homonyms cultivated names. Types of nomenclature. Taxon correct. Types of nomenclature. No. Okay. Right. Transfer of between ranks autonyms. Let's take pen. When a subspecific taxon, when a subspecific taxon is named another subspecific taxon of the same rank, same rank, one subspecific taxon is named another subspecific taxon. Automatically created that repeats the name of the species. This is called autonym. Repeated. Example, N-modus created Sornum villosum subspecies miniatum. Bernex wild. Edmond by so doing Sornum villosum mill subspecies villosum was automatically created. So in this one rejected. And so an automatically created tautonyms for intra-generic or intra-specific taxa. This is one type of tautonym. First of all, let's discuss about the tautonym. What is tautonym? Tautonym means in a binary name in which specific epithet exactly the same as the generic name. Exactly same. Exactly same. Here we said here the surname. First of all, let me complete about tautonym. Exactly. First of all, we complete tautonym. Let's change color. Tautonym. Tautonym means a binary name which the specific epithet the same as the generic name called tautonym. These tautonyms are rejected in botanical nomenclature. Example, just now we discussed malus, malus, same, genus same, species same. This is rejected. And linaria, linaria. This also rejected. This is rejected. And pragmatis, pragmatis. They are the tautonyms. They are illegitimate. But it is later converted into this malus malus, pyrus malus, which is accepted, which is accepted. And some other look like a tautonym, but they are accepted, such as Kazanus, Kazanus, Kazan, Kazanus, Kazan, Kazanus, Kazan, Kazanus, Kazan. They are not a tautonym. Red gram scientific name. Red gram scientific name Kazanus, Kazan. This is accepted. This is not a tautonym. And Sesbania, Sesban. Sesbania, Sesban also not a tautonym. Bambusa, Bambos, Bambusa, Bambos. They are also not a tautonym. They are accepted. Right? Now in antonym, for your example, what is endomos? One scientist created Solanum villosum. By so doing, Solanum villosum subspecies. The Solanum villosum subspecies created by Bernhex wild miniatum subspecies in this plant subspecies miniatum. So later it is converted as a Solanum villosum subspecies villosum automatically created male subspecies. That means the main difference in autonyms in this subspecies involved, like a tautonym subspecies involved in this. And next one, already given homonyms. Picture created variety under Rosa. Another example, Caroliana, Rosa Caroliana variety villosa. This automatically led to creation another name, Rosa Caroliana variety Caroliana. That's it. Caroliana variety also Caroliana. Hybrid taxa, priority names of synonyms. Now names of synonyms. What are synonyms here? Different names used for the same taxonomy group. Same taxonomy group, different name. That is called synonym. Two kinds of synonym, nomenclature synonyms and taxonomical synonyms. Example, Melosa tomentosa, Sarcopectedum tomentosa, same plant. Nomenclature, Based on priority of publication, the earliest legitimate name is the correct name. Already told you, but note exception below. I will explain later. Each taxonomy group can have the only one correct name. Only one correct name. Already explained. Which is the earliest. That is in accordance with the rules. Except the specific cases. I will explain specific cases. Priority begins with the publications of lineage species plantarum. Already told you this one also. In May 1, 1753, applies the rank family and below. Applies to the ranks of family and below. The correct name of the species in the combination of earliest published valid specificants. Synonyms occur. Here the synonyms, for example, uh, another instance for a variable wide range, not one here. Example, Solanum chenopodius. This is actually one plant. Solanum chenopodius, Lam Botanica, Volume 2, page number 18, 1794. Later, the plant's name changed as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But in this, the first accepted one, according to ICBN, this is the accepted rule. The remaining all, these are the act as a synonyms. Act as a synonyms. Right? Priority and synonyms and homonyms. If the same taxa has often been described and named the ones, the latter name is called synonyms and are illegitimate. The same taxon has often been described, already described, and named more than once. More than once, so already given name and later another name is given for the same plant. That is called synonym. They are also rejected. They are illegitimate. Already given. Now homonym is a name that has been used for more than one taxon. What is the difference here? The synonyms and homonyms. For example, let me take pen. In synonyms, one plant names different. In this name, first one accepted. In homonyms that has been used for more than one taxon. More than one taxon. That means one name for one plant. The same name for another plant. Same name for another plant. That is different. So here the Convolvulus corulus Pragnell, scientist, scientist, scientist. But these are look like a same homo. But these are all three different plant. This is different plant. This is also different plant. This is also different plant. So this is also rejected names, not accepted. The homonyms also rejected. Synonym also rejected. And what is the another one is? Right. Synonyms rejected. Homonyms rejected. Tautonyms rejected. Right. So these are principles of priority. Or sorry, not the principles of priority. These are rejection of names. This is rejection of names. Next one. What given our book and that's all. So on. So anyway, in ICBN, first write introduction about introduction, later binomial nature, later typification, one of the rule, next principles of priority, second or third rule, and next one rejection names. This is about ICBN. Even it is asked about Paris code or Melbourne code or even Shenzhen code also. Any code, it is names, the matter is same, the same rules and applications. But you should write ICBN changed as the ICN. Next one. Now, system of classification. Let's see. System of classification. First, Bentham and Hooker classification. Where it is? Just a minute. Bentham and Hooker. Where is Bentham and Hooker's? Right. Bentham and Hooker's classification. Right. Bentham Hooker classification, merits and demerits. Classification and merits and demerits. Apart from that, system of classification introduction here. Actually, before systematic classification, the classifications are three types. First, you should know the classification types. One is artificial classification, natural classification, and phylogenetic classification. Excuse me. First of all, let me take pen. Artificial classification, a natural system of classification, and phylogenetic classification. First, artificial. Second, natural. Third, phylogenetic system of classification. First, artificial classification, which is proposed by Condon and also later Linnaeus. In this artificial classification, just a way given in book given or not. Right. It's not given, but write about artificial first, artificial classification not given. The first, let's change color. Artificial classification, the first time Theophrastus is known as father of botany, considered habit and essential character, only essential characters, and classified the plants into 4 groups based on the habit. That means the habit means herbs, suburb, shrubs, trees. This is the artificial classification. Later, Albert Magnus produced a classification system that recognized for the first time monocot and dicot. Only Theophrastus, herbs, trees, just morphology based on the structure. Later, classification increased in a dicot and monocots. Now enter the Linnaeus. In Linnaeus, what is done? Linnaeus is a Swedish scientist, created a sexual system of classification. He divided plants into 24 classes based on the large part of the number, union, and length of the stamen based on the stamen. Stamen, number, reproductive part. It is the sexual part. So based on the stamen number, stamen length. He classified the plants. So the anyway, in this mostly less characters taking the consideration to the plant identification. Later, the natural system of classification, next classification, natural system of classification proposed. In this classification, large number of morphological character. Of course, in first artificial also morphological, but all possibility morphological character take consideration into natural system of classification. Natural system of classification based on overall resemblance. It was recognized that many plants that look like a share shoots of morphological features such as leaves, character, flower, fruit. Therefore, they should be grouped together. So the most important natural system of classifications of seed plants were proposed by two British scientists, Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. Bentham and Hooker, whose classification classed as a natural system of classification. Actually, before that, De Jussieu classified the natural system. Next, Bentham and Hooker. Uh, he, their book is Genera Plantarum. In Genera Plantarum, the recognized 97,205 species belonging to the 7,569 genera family flowering plant. So the Heikler was German botanist that modified the former system of reflect the better relationship between plant. Heikler system is the first one of the concept of evolution, phylogenetic. Next, phylogenetic. Moreover, the Heikler was the first taxonomist to separate the phanerograms into angiosperms and gymnosperms and form the monocotyledon to dicotyledon. So this is phylogenetic classification. So far now we are going to discuss about the first natural system of classification, Bentham and Hooker classification. Next, phylogenetic classification, Engler and Planter. Let's see Bentham and Hooker classification. And before that, let's give introduction about the Bentham and Hooker classification. Later enter into the details, classes, merits and demerits of the Bentham and Hooker classification. This is both Bentham and Hooker's. George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker, two English taxonomists who were closely associated with Royal Botanical Garden at Kew, England, have given a detailed classification of plant kingdom, particularly at the angiosperms. So for most of the countries, they follow the Bentham and Hooker classification for the plant taxonomy. They gave an outstanding system of classification of phanerogams in their Genera Plantarum book, which was published in 3 volumes between the year 1862 to 1883. Already told it is a natural system of classification. They described 97 2005 species flowering plant, 202 orders. The system has advantage of being first great natural system of classification, which is very easy to follow. In this classification, plant kingdom described into subkingdoms, cryptogame, subphanerogame, but only they focused on phanerogams. In phanerograms, they classified into angiosperms, gymnosperms. Later, angiosperms, monocotyledone, dicotyledone, Gymnosperms.